In this video, we're going to be going over modifiers, and we're going to focus on the Boolean modifier. Boolean is where we have the operations and, or not. And so and is where you combine, or is where it's one or the other, and not is where you exclude. In this case, our Boolean operations are defined by intersect, union, and difference. So if I do intersect and select the sphere, so this one being modified by that one, then what it's doing is it's actually adding both of those together. So if I do apply and take this out, I can actually see it made a nice little hole in there with some very odd faces, but there we go. I'm going to undo that. And I'm going to go back into, I'm actually going to undo a couple steps here. I'm going to change this now from intersect to union, and that's where I actually see them overlapping here. And then if I do difference, okay, that looks very similar in this case to what we had before. And again, if I do apply, I can actually see kind of what that looks like, although we're going to do this. In this video, we're going to go over the Boolean modifier. So again, on the little wrench tab there, we can go down to where it says Add Modifier. Under Generate, I'm going to go down to the third one where it says Boolean. And here I'm applying the Boolean to the sphere. And what it'll do is, like if I do intersect and I select the cube as the object, it will just put that part of the sphere into there. If I apply it and I pull this up, that's what I get. If I don't apply it and I move this up or down through here and then I apply it, when I pull, actually I didn't have that object selected, so it didn't let me apply it. And if I apply it now, it'll take whatever part of what I had there as part of that object. If I do union and we apply that, let's actually move this up a little bit first, and we do need to select our object. There we go. So if I have the object selected, I do union and say apply. Now it's all one shape. And then if I do that, if I select difference and again change it to the cube and I apply, move this out, that's taking away from that what the other one had. It's subtracting the other one. Okay, so these are kind of like, let's undo a couple stages here. These are kind of like, difference would be not, okay, so it's saying this, not that. Union would be saying this and that. And intersect would be saying where both of them overlap. And you should just get that little piece. Okay, so it's like saying the and on things. I was playing around with this a little bit earlier, and I got some very different effects and some weird things happening with it where it didn't quite work the way that I had thought it should. I'm going to go ahead and add the Boolean modifier to this one. Let's make sure it's off of the other one though first. And so for instance, if this one I say difference and then I select the sphere and apply, I could use that to cut a section out of this from that sphere. I could also similarly do something like, let's say if I take a torus and let's move the torus into here a little bit like so. If I take my cube, I add a Boolean, and then I take my faces here and I say I want to subtract the one from the other. So let's say difference, and let's say I take the torus and say apply. Then now I have those torus notches from around that side there cut out of that shape. Sometimes Booleans do not work very well with really complex meshes, and it also can depend on which way the faces are facing. can make a difference as well. So just be aware of that. And that's the Boolean modifier.